show.
Well, hi. Welcome. I'm Danica.
I'm Susan.
And welcome to
What the 50?
Plus, right?
And you.
Our beautiful family. We love you. Thank you so much for joining us. We have people joining us all over the country, pretty soon all over the world, because we are having so much fun and this is so amazing. So,
And we're going to get back to
we
we get more comfortable and
That is right.
don't exhaust ourselves prior to that because we know where everything goes and how to set it up, and we do it in 15 minutes is today.
There you go. Absolutely. All right.
But I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't worry. It's okay.
I'm going to call it. You're bullshit. Even though I know you are fine, but that is awesome. There is two kinds of fine. I'm fine, or I am fine.
I'm
That
fine.
makes no sense.
I am fine.
Yeah. Men, you
I
understand.
was going to say the video
Stay
where they
away
asked
from
the
that
woman.
one, right?
I
Yeah.
am fine.
That's right. That means give me some space.
That means calling her up and set her up to get a massage. That's what that
Right.
means.
All
Okay,
right.
Mama, what are we doing today?
Topic time.
Okay, you did last time. I'm doing
Yep.
this time.
Yep. Tick
And I'm with Crypto Girl
Purple.
with my orange rubber band, not umbrella, as I said last time.
Hey, you know.
Here we go. Upside down. Travel on a budget.
And you know, I like this topic because I love traveling. Is like my favorite thing on the planet. I know you've done a lot more than I have. I plan to catch up. And Emerald and I absolutely will be traveling the world. So you're going to be part of that together, which is
Love it.
amazing. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and we'll take you with us. So,
First hint. I can
first
give
hint. Yes.
you. When you're searching for your airline ticket, click your computer to incognito.
Incognito.
I
Why?
hope I said that right. That's
You do.
someone taught me this.
Okay.
Because when you're searching, they know you're searching,
Okay.
and they raise the rates on you. Especially if you put an area you're going to go to. Yeah,
Oh.
they do.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
they do.
I know. I know. I
But
was
if you put
planning.
incognito, where will your incognito?
Right.
So they don't know. And you are going to get those better rates. So hint one, incognito.
Oh my gosh.
If you don't know how to do that, comment on us.
Yes.
And we'll show you how to
We'll
do
show you how to do
incognito.
that.
So that's the
Jesus,
first thing.
crazy. No, I can back that up 100% because I just went to Croatia last September and I was looking for rates and couldn't decide what we were doing and looking, because we were going through different countries, blah, 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 trying to meet with friends at specific times. I searched. By the fifth time I searched, it went up $100. It was insane. It might have even been more than that. It was insane. It might have been $200.
Well, then let's just do
it's
that.
like, okay, great. I'll hurry and buy it now. But that is crazy. And I just thought,
So
that is so
incognito.
bizarre.
Hint two,
Yay!
if
Okay.
possible, travel on Tuesdays and
Yes.
Thursdays,
That I knew.
or the coming and going. So if you're going to go to a popular area, a lot of times Sunday is good because people are going, but they don't go till Monday. So you kind of, that is a little bit more you have to play with and learn, but
Sure.
you knew that, yeah.
Yep.
Mondays, all the businessmen are traveling. Fridays, all the businessmen are traveling. Those aren't your best days.
No. And if you go over a weekend, that usually makes a big difference.
That
too.
helps too. And this
Yeah.
is just airlines. I don't use the kayak and some of these other ones. I can't think what all they are. Travago. I usually go in and of course, depending where you're coming from. I was before here. I was in South Padre Island, United Southwest.
Yeah.
That was your
Three
choices.
Yeah.
Now in Florida, when I'm here, I can pick all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So that depends too. But go in and check your different ones. Depending on the airlines, like Southwest lets you do a month, and you can pick the cheapest.
There you go.
United lets you do so many days. So put those in if you don't have to leave on exact dates.
Yep.
And go search that first. Maybe if you have to go into work and ask for a day off, do that first, and then you can go in and say, hey, I know I need a week off, but I don't want Monday through Friday. Can I have Wednesday to Tuesday?
Exactly.
So that's airline tips. And
Yep.
if you have a good airline tip,
Please
let us
send
know.
it.
Comment
Please
on
send
this podcast because, hey, I love to travel, and the less I pay, the more I get to go.
it. Exactly. Well, and speaking of that, since we're in the What the 50 world, I am not to senior citizen discount yet. But I know that a lot of you out there are. So please put those tips in too, because I know there's either senior citizens. I don't know if you can get just your AARP. And that we can all be on right now. AARP, you can get it on at any age, pretty much.
And I will
50 or something,
repost.
but- Okay.
I put on our Facebook page,
Mhm.
it says What the 50 Plus. Facebook page?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll put it back up again when we put this podcast out. There were so many things. Some of them weren't even over 50, but some was like 50, 52, 55, 60, 65. You get the point.
Right.
Of all kinds of things that we can get, like a free coffee. We can get a discount. And I'm going to continue to search those, and the ones you have found, let
Please,
us know.
please post,
because
yes.
anytime we can all save $1, let's do it.
Heck yeah,
So yes, that's
absolutely.
another thing that you get a huge discount after retirement, which you deserve.
Right.
But
Right.
there's also a lot of us, and some things even 30s and 40s.
Yep.
We focus a lot on military or students, which is part of the reason I wanted to do the podcast, because our demographics kind of get forgotten about. Tell us about our specials. We
Yes,
want them, we need them,
please.
we need to save some pennies here.
And anyone that's in the travel industry, because I know a lot of you out there
Ooh,
are. We
yeah.
have friends that are travel agents.
Or you work in a
Please.
hotel, Melissa
Or-
at the Crown Plaza. Tell us what Crown
Yes.
Plaza does, or other ones.
Yes.
Yes, I have some flight attendants or retired one. Tell us what we can do.
Please, yeah, give us the hookups. We all want the hookups. This is about sharing and caring.
Sharing and caring. And I
That
know
is
with
so
airlines
corny.
too, sometimes it's just age is because these airports are getting, even for me, and I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. With a short time and you get there, you're exhausted. You know, a lot of those airlines you can pre-set up. If you know those hints, tell us that they can pick you up in the car, they can do your luggage. Let's do it. Let's make it easier, because I have friends, and my sister's one of them in the 70s, that it's so exhausting for them to travel.
And sometimes you
But-
have to go quickly.
And
Yeah.
if we can get these helpful hints, you might be able to go back into the travel world. Or you do like my sister and older friends, and they take me because I help carry the luggage.
There you go. Yeah, I'm that one too.
Right?
Yeah, I carry mine
We
and
can be travel
Emerald's and
buddies. Just
whoever
find me a
else
nice
is.
dinner, and we'll call it even.
I like that. You should do that. I get to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I love that. You're right. No, and you know the thing is that growing old is what we do. We are all getting older.
Inevitable.
And inevitable.
Gonna
right?
happen.
And the better we can share, the better we can take care of ourselves and help take care of each other, learn how to take care of ourselves, the better quality of life we have.
Let's
And
do it
so-
together and kick some ass.
Yes, because there's no reason why you shouldn't be traveling. There's no reason why you shouldn't be doing the things that you want to do. And I'm just going to say it right now, get your damn ego out of the game. Get your ego out of the game. We can be a little vain, we can want the creams, and we want to get rid of the rainbows, all those things, right? And we can work on that together. But if
Get in
you
the
have,
wheelchair and let them push your ass.
Hell
If
yes.
it hurts your ankles, hips, knees, whatever, walking across the airport terminal.
Exactly.
Do the parade wave.
Exactly.
Just, yeah.
Great. Put on your brightest lipstick, or gentlemen, put on a bow tie, or keep your
There you
hat, or
go.
something,
Ooh,
and sit in that
roll up.
wheelchair, and just go, and get the ego out of the game, because
And
as we
keep back
grow
and enjoying
old,
the things that you quit doing because you felt you couldn't do it on your own.
exactly,
Get
and
the
it's
help.
embarrassing. I don't want to see I don't want them to see me not being able to walk, and I hurt, and so I
Okay,
just
but
can't
what's the
do
difference if I'm 25
it. Right.
and I twisted my ankle and I'm in the wheelchair?
Thank you. Nothing.
Yeah.
And nobody
So just
cares.
Go for it.
That's the thing.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. When you
Have you ever passed somebody in the airport and they're in a wheelchair and you went, oh, they have to be in the wheelchair? For one, I'm kind of a little more focused on me and trying to, because I am what the 50, oh my God, am I in the right terminal? What the hell was my gate number? Even though I've looked at it 10 times, what was my gate number? What was my gate number? We all, more now, I think, than ever, are really not paying attention to what other people are doing. So quit worrying about people are looking at you.
And if they are, who
And
cares?
if they are,
That's right.
Oh,
I love that.
did
That's
I
my,
do that?
You did. That's one of my favorite symbols, though. That's my favorite people.
that's my over 50 attitude.
Mine. My last name is Bird.
You
I
can
love
judge me,
birds.
but I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore what you judge me about.
No, exactly.
Okay, so next thing, I don't have any information on this, but I know it exists. So if you've done it, please tell us.
Okay.
Cruise lines.
Oh,
I
my
know
gosh,
there are
yes.
specific cruise lines.
Yes.
Some people want no children. And as much as you know, I worship the ground my children walk on. But friends that have traveled with me, I do go to adult only or pick the adult only area because I don't like you on my vacations. But cruise lines, you can do that as well.
Yes.
So let us know if you have found those.
Yes.
And
yes,
they
yes.
also accommodate for that. So there is shorter distance, there's specific meal requirements, etc.
Yes.
Again, I just know enough to be dangerous. Give me what you got. Tell it to
Absolutely.
me. Maybe shout out to Susie Thomas, who I know does a lot of cruises with the hubby. If you've done one of those or know about them, let me know. Anybody else?
There you go.
So cruise ships is, we'll do another podcast given all that
Absolutely.
information you've given us.
Yep. In fact,
Comment on it and let us know. Do a short video, whatever you want to do on that.
ironically, I'm going on a cruise in December with my daughter, but
Which
it's
is fine.
Everybody bring the kids, so it's going to be fun. So, and that's the great thing about a cruise
I
line
go-
too.
I
is
go
you
on
can
that.
run around.
Love Emerald.
But it's with our Bun family, so
Oh.
I know. No,
And there's
but-
moments I love being around, just
I
not
know.
all the time.
No, but what I was going to say is, with that said, I'm going to investigate while I'm doing that, and I have an amazing travel agent. But
Awesome.
one of the things that I want to start doing with us too is, because we love to travel And this topic is such an amazing, just amazing experience. You know, life is short, no matter if you live to your 40 or 80 or 90 or 100. And that's my goal.
And you need more friends to do it with you.
Yes. So
We're doing it with you.
we
We're
are
bringing
going
it
to
to you.
investigate it. And I want to do a cruise with all of you. We're going to do with the 50 cruise. Did I tell you that yet? Because I planned it. And I don't think I even told you. We're going to do a What the 50 cruise, which, number one, we're going to do
Okay,
our
wait a minute.
podcast. What?
Happy dance. Oh my God, would that be fucking awesome or what?
It'd be ridiculous. And the thing I do
I
love
love
about it is, with that said, when you
You
do
did
a
not tell
group,
me that, thank God.
you get, I know, you get discounts. So we're going to have the best hookups with discounts. We're going to set up the whole thing, and you just have to come as our What the 50s family. That's hard not to say. And enjoy. We'll do the podcast. We're going to do a live podcast. We may have some guests, Reggie's, all kinds of fun stuff. So that is in the plan. So just prepare.
And I'm going to throw out there Renetta.
Yes.
So we could even have impromptu our musicians.
And
Donna,
Leslie.
Renetta, Leslie.
Oh my gosh,
we know a lot of
yeah.
and anybody that just grabs a guitar. Maybe we could just have like a whole jam
band.
session around the pool and
band.
everybody's.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Yep.
And so the other, so you know, then now you're just going to get me totally off topic for a second. I promise I'll get right back on there. I'm going to go in Jupiter. They have a thing, and I'll do a podcast so you can see it. But I want to do it on the cruise. I did this years ago in Austin. It's dancing.
Oh, yes.
And you though goes, I can't dance. That's the whole point. Most of us can't what they consider a dance.
Whoever can.
But I like to move.
That's
And I like to do it. And again, I don't care what people think if I look silly. So it's those dance things where you're just closing your eyes and hearing the music and moving your body to it.
Yep. We go to drum circles and do that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. But also, Leslie, I know you're listening because I love you, sister. So I'm going to call you and pick your brain because Leslie's done many of these cruises with the Winter Texans and South Broadway. So we do have a hookup for insider information.
But again, if you have something,
Yes. Oh, yeah,
because
please.
the bigger the better.
That is what
Oh
it's
my
about.
God, that would be so fun.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
See,
and we'll
I
just
had
do
no
like a little
idea.
3-4 days. So
Oh, yeah.
we don't have to take a lot of time
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Even though a lot of us, like,
Well,
you
a
know,
lot of us are
demographics are
retired.
retired.
I'm not retired, but I pretend like I am.
I have my retirement moments.
Exactly. So,
Okay, next
Other
is
tips.
accommodations.
Yes.
So for many years, I lived in Indiana. My sister lived in Harlingen, Texas, which is South Texas, which both of us have been going to since we were kids. So for me, I always shoot, and I even do now when I go to Indiana, etc. But anyway, the point was, if you have a friend or a family relative that you already are in communication with, so I am not telling you to call your cousin you haven't talked to in 20 years and go, hey, I'm coming to stay with you. If you have that relationship, do it, but I probably don't. But if you have that friend, you can pick up the phone and go, hey, I'm coming to your area.
Yep.
Would it be cool if we hang out for a couple of days and I stay with you? And make sure it's that level of friends. Of course, most of them are. They're going to say, sure.
Most of the time, you don't even ask. They're just saying, come say, oh, good, you're staying with me. That's what I do.
Well, yeah. Like somebody says, I'm coming to Florida. And I'm like, oh my God, I'll go clean the room now.
Yeah,
So that answers their question and concern. That helps.
Yes.
Now, I always like to do a few things when your friend is that nice to do that. At least treat them to dinner one night.
Oh, yes.
Do that, guys. You got it. You have to do something to say thank you.
Yep.
Again, you're going to depend on your friend's mood. If it's a friend that wants you to get up and help do dishes and do laundry and all of that, great. If it's that person that you're not going to do it the way they want it, so step back and don't do that.
Yes.
Maybe just empty the trash. So that's another way. Friends and family didn't cost anything.
Yep.
If you're driving, maybe you can even, jump to several. But if not, more and more in America, I'm excited to see this, we're starting to get the hostels that's been in Europe forever.
Yes.
If you're not familiar with hostels, and I'm just a little bit familiar, so again, comment where I might be making a mistake, or you can add additional information. But a hostel is like one of the least expensive ways to stay because you kind of share the living room concept. It's just a room.
Exactly.
you know
Sometimes
more
you'll
about it?
share. I know a little bit.
Oh,
I've never
go
used
for it.
one, but I know Matthew has traveled a ton, and some of my friends. use
Okay,
it a
maybe we
ton.
can have him come tell us.
Yes, you could. But basically, there's different levels of it. There's some that's just a room where you sleep and you have a shared bathroom facility.
So
So
that's
some
all you
people
need when
may
on
or may
vacation.
not like that, but
Right.
and then some you actually have a little bathroom, I think, and you whatever. So there's just different levels.
But it's the budget.
It's the budget.
So if your
like
budget is,
ridiculously budget.
you have no budget, but like, gosh, you need to go somewhere.
Yeah, they're just really wanting.
Then I would go that way. But if you can go a little bit more bathroom or
Whatever.
2-star, 3-star, 5-star. So again,
But it's fun.
the topic was, it just blew away, budget. So we're giving you that budget.
Yes.
That would be the
Yes.
hostel.
Another thing.
And yes, they're safe. Now clearly,
Yes.
look in the area they're located that may or may not be safe, just like a Hilton may not be safe in certain areas.
Oh yeah, I've gone to hotels and went, nope, not staying here.
And they were
Yeah.
great hotels, but I didn't even feel comfortable stepping outside and having a coffee.
Exactly.
So again, budget. So that's another one I recommend. Depending on the world and how much time you have, budgeting is sometimes driving versus flying.
Yes. Which is
Trains.
Fine. Yep.
Now
trains.
here in Florida, we have the Bright Line.
Yep.
So if somebody wanted to jump from anywhere going to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Orlando, it's going to go over to the west side.
Yeah.
So if I were to jump over to see my friends in Fort Myers, I could tell you it's going to be less expensive to take that Bright Line.
And an adventure.
And an adventure.
And you have a
You
chance
get
to
to meet people. You can tell we're so shy.
Jinx.
Meet people. See, it goes fast, but not so fast that you're like,
And you
so
don't
you get to
have
see
to
the
drive.
countryside.
You can
You don't have
rest.
to-
You can. If
you can
want
read
to
a book. You're on it today.
You are.
You know, you can read the book, you can crochet, you can catch up on emails, you can call a friend that you haven't talked to. So you can use that time, and it's still a budget. Go with friends.
Yes.
So you are splitting the cost if you're in a car for the gas, etc.
Yeah. Take turns
Maybe
driving.
one person wants to do a drive, but my girlfriend Michelle came up with years ago. I wanted to drive. She flew down to meet me in Texas. I wanted to go back to Indiana, trying to give the short version. I decided to remove it because it wasn't wear and tear on my car because that's a lot of miles to Indiana and back.
Yes.
She recommended because she's a minivan girl. So yes, we could fold down the back. We put the yoga mat in, and somebody could take a nap. How cool was
Nice.
that?
Very cool.
We even did. We always have our road snacks. So stop, stretch our legs a little bit, pop the trunk, made a little picnic, and how fun! You're going with 2, 4, 6 girls.
Yep.
So
Awesome.
that's another thing you can do in a budget.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what we did. We went to Ireland, and Monty's tiny.
Well, I would go.
I know. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, I'd never wanted
Bucket
to leave.
list.
Never wanted to leave. It's her island. My daughter's name is Emerald, for those of you who don't know. So it was had to go to Emerald Island, right? She doesn't really remember. She was tiny, but my daughter is danced in clubs from Dublin all the way up to, we went all the way around. And it was amazing. And we Airbnb'd it. So that's another thing that a lot of people are still a little concerned about. But I'll tell you what. There were 3 of us, my Emerald and her father and our friend Patrick went, and he's from Dublin, which is ironic because we took him places he'd never been. He saw Ireland in a
How
whole
fun.
different perspective. But we went all the way around. We stopped in 10 places, I believe, and I think our total bill for our hotels was an average $100 a night, maximum, for 4 of us. And that most of them included breakfast and tea or coffee. And it was so much fun. And you learn a lot because we ended up in areas that were like, oh, a little bit farther away from the border we thought, but then we adventured the countryside. And it was just, it turned into more of an adventure. And I'm telling you, we would have paid 3-4 times that amount if we had just done hotels. And it's more comfortable. We met beautiful people and they made us pies and it was amazing. So I highly, highly recommend doing Airbnbs.
I'm going to go off on that Airbnb too, because when I go, I like to have the kids go, the grandkids go, the kids' real mom, the whole different podcast,
Yeah.
go, you know, the whole family. So that was too expensive to rent 3, 4, 5 condo rooms, etc. And this was very way back when it wasn't even called Airbnb or VRBO. It was just a house.
Yeah.
So the first one was with an ex-boyfriend, Mark, that we did in Estapa. And then after that, I was that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Because they had the pool, they had the outdoor eating area, they had the indoor eating area, but everybody kind of had their own room and bathroom. So whoever wanted to go to bed early could go. Whoever wanted to stay up and be in the crowd, but also in that crowd, normally these Airbnbs will even have like the hammock over here, which would be me over there swinging and reading a book for a little bit to let the brain cells grow back. So that was awesome. Then one time we did it in Belize, and this one was it was literally 2 houses on top of each other.
Awesome.
So you could rent one or the other. We rented the whole thing. So Linda, we were on the top away from the children. Even though we love them, we like our away from them
How
time.
amazing.
Oh,
Great idea.
so we got up early. We went out. We had our coffee before they got up, etc. She and I were in bed a little bit earlier, so the kids were downstairs playing in the pool later.
That's
So, yes, if you're traveling with a family or again, group of friends, because Diana and I I chose an Airbnb because I wanted the private pool because I wanted to be in my little teeny mini red bikini that nobody could ever see me in except for my close friends. Because I wanted minimal tan lines. Not appropriate in public. That's why I did the Airbnb. Because there you go. And we would sit out and have wine in the morning. And again, if you're looking for that privacy, But again, it's a budget thing.
It is a budget.
And then going
Absolutely.
off that, I'll be able to do a podcast because Kathy, my girlfriend Kathy, we're going to go this fall to Vermont where her son lives. But I've always wanted to go to the #1 fall foliage. I grew up in Indiana, which is amazing. You have to watch the weather. But we're doing the Vermont.
Oh,
So we're going to do
that's on my bucket list.
bed and breakfast. I had to make sure I
Yes,
said
bed
that
and
right.
breakfast. Exactly.
I've never done a bed and breakfast.
Oh, serious? That was actually next on my list. They're amazing.
I've
Oh,
heard
amazing.
about them. I've seen them. I've had friends. Don't know why it just didn't work out, but we're going to do a bed and breakfast. So I'll do the whole podcast on that. But I know that's another less expensive than a hotel.
Absolutely.
You're hanging out with your friends. You're meeting new people, so
Right.
that's kind of
Most of the time we have
fun.
breakfast together with
I've heard
people
the
that you
food
don't
is-
know, and most of the time the food is amazing.
That's whatever. And I'm a
Yeah.
foodie, so you know that was like, ding, 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 I'm in. So we'll get back on that. So we have given you, oh, and I'll go back to the van thing. I mean, if you're really on a budget,
Yeah.
put your yoga mat back there and you pull, I don't know, rest up, I would say Walmart parking lot. You sleep there, you're not, just at least during your road trip till you get to your friend's house, so you don't even have that expense.
Exactly.
So we can do minivan, we can do Airbnbs, we can do the hostels, we can do the, what did I just say? The BBs.
Bread and breakfast.
Gee, the Val. I couldn't even say bed and breakfast.
B&B.
Send us yours. If we've missed something, I'm sure we have, or just some other things that you can tweak it and keep it in that lower budget.
Yes, please.
I know because I put it in there. There's also the opposite of that, and we'll do in between.
Ooh,
So the
the luxury
opposite
vacation.
is the luxury vacation, private butler, but how you can still do that in my budget instead of the billionaire budget, so you can still do it.
Oh yeah.
There's a little bit more, and
We'll give
it's
you some
totally
tricks.
worth it. So we'll give you those tricks.
Awesome.
Oh, I know gas. So if you
Oh.
are driving
Yes.
and you are planning on a vacation, maybe not do it during Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, Mother's Day, Thanksgiving,
Oh, always.
holidays.
Everything gets
You know
spiked.
everything goes up.
Hotels, gas, everything.
It is just,
Yeah. Plus, it's no fun to drive in those crowds. It's not a relaxing vacation.
get stuck in traffic,
Yeah.
you're already late getting there. So, I know from experience, and maybe where you are, because we're coming to everybody all over the country, most areas, and I'm literally going to say I found this out because everywhere I live, I'm like, where is everybody in the fall? There's like nobody, and it's always locals. Whether it's Indiana, it was Texas, it was Florida, wherever I traveled,
Yep.
that's off season all across the board in the United States.
And
Country-wise,
it's the
we'll
best
find out.
weather ever.
And that's why nobody, so that's why I said, that's what I found out.
They don't travel because it's already nice weather in their
Everybody's
space.
state, the fall is their best
Yep.
weather. For whatever it is, or you're coming out of summer, you know winter's coming, you want to get that last minute. Yes.
Yep. So you don't.
But having said that, two things. It is the best time to travel to get the least expensive rates. But make sure, because that had happened in Mexico,
No.
that is off season. So sometimes the
Right.
next door neighbor is doing remodeling that starts at 7 and ends at 7. So make sure where you go, and you absolutely can ask it, or you can Google, you can call and find out about permits to see if the next door neighbor or there's a condo being built, it's going to be really noisy.
That's
now,
smart. I've had that
Yeah.
happen too. Didn't even think about
so
calling
you,
ahead.
yes, you can
Great
go ahead and
idea.
do those. But again, if it's going to be, so an example, it did not run our trip in Cabo San Lucas. There was 5 condos that were remodeling in off season where they weren't losing any rental income. So sitting at the pool and on the balcony was not quite part of it. But that's fine.
Yeah.
We headed to the beach. We went out and did a boat thing. We went in town and we shopped.
There's
So
options.
again, if you're looking for an adventure vacation, I still would go that time because they're not doing it while you're sleeping. They're
Sure.
doing it during the day where you're out doing the ATVs, you're diving, you're scuba.
Right.
And again, it's going to be that least expensive budget.
That's true.
So, United States, I think that is the lowest travel time. But there's also going to be other times.
Yes.
You know, so
Oh, yeah.
we know there was that switch coming out of winter Texans, went right into spring break, but then there was a little downtime in April and May. You could
Right.
jump in and get those rates. And I'm
Exactly.
sure, like I know going to Vermont, it's the peak season,
Yep.
and I'm going to spend a fortune, but that's the time I need to go to see that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would look and see when was the lower of it. So another fun part, and I'm bringing this in to learn your area where you're going, Colorado. Everybody thinks ski, 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 summer's cheap. Nope, hike, hike, hike.
Yes.
I did not think about that.
Oh yeah.
So
Really
summer and
fun
winter is very expensive,
Yep.
but you could come at the end of summer before it gets too cold if you're wanting summer, or before the summer. So you can get there, or you can come over here in the winter.
The very last of the ski season.
Yes.
was-
So there's 4 to 6 weeks you can always still get the weather that you're looking for.
Yeah. but still have more of a budget.
Yes. And even Alaska, and I know I'm going to have, hopefully Cindy Dots follow me by now. If not, I'll be bugging you later. But she's in Alaska. So maybe you can also share, obviously, June, July, and August, but where you can come in on that test and get a little bit.
A little bit of budget. Yep.
So that's the other thing when you're looking for budget traveling, search the area, find out. The other thing that there, again, it depends on your vacation, is I'll give Costa Rica as an example. Rainy season, non-rainy. Clearly non-rainy because it's a very big surfing country. It's outdoor. But I can tell you, I've been in the rainy season and I love it, but I love the rain. If you don't love the rain, probably not a good idea. I love the rain.
I do too.
First of all, it's pretty crazy. Everything that comes out after a rain. So I mean, the crabs, the spiders, the birds, they all come out afterwards, and they're partying literally. They're like dancing and screaming, and so I love nature.
Yeah.
I love seeing raindrops on spider webs. I love seeing them on a leaf.
Yes.
So I love rainy season,
Yeah, me too.
and I get a better rate because I'm going at the time nobody else wants to go. Now here I screwed up, and now people are gonna start. Well, rainy season, they'll rain rates, but
I'm
that's
not going to
okay.
be busy.
That happens to me all the time.
No, that's with
But that's
Ireland.
amazing.
We went in October, so we were crazy. It rained maybe 2 days. It was chilly, but it was quiet. We had everything to ourselves. We didn't have
You weren't running line, you didn't get trapped. Well, and that's another thing. Sometimes the crappy season somewhere ends up not being.
Yeah.
Just like you can go in the peak season and all of a sudden it's crappy.
Exactly.
So, and I think for me, I've always gone on any vacation. It's my mindset. And then those that know me, I always say, but on the bright side, you'll hear that a lot because there is always a bright side to anything.
Yeah.
Yes, even funerals, death. I'm telling you, I have to find the bright side to anything.
Absolutely.
Give it at me, I'll go to the bright side. It's kind of like that Windex thing and the Greek thing.
Yeah.
My
that's
Windex
it.
will fix your bad attitude.
That's right.
Well, shit. Now, where was I totally going with that attitude? Oh, so it's back. You go on a vacation, and you're going to go scuba diving. And nope, storm came in. Can't go scuba diving. Well, what can you do?
Yeah.
Look around. There's got to be, look for inside things. Is there a really cool museum? Is there churches you could, I love to go look at churches. Or, maybe that's that time you just sit down and catch up with the person that you were with.
Do you know what we did? I always travel with a pack of cards. We were in Mazatlan and it was raining like crazy, and so we just had the guy from the bar come up every hour and bring us a round of tequila, and we played cards.
On the
And
right
we had
side.
a beautiful balcony out there. We were watching it. It was fantastic. We had a blast.
So,
Yes, there's always.
if you get on that vacation and it's ruined and you pick the best time, perfect day, it's not ruined.
No.
Just change your attitude. Change look around and see, what can I do that I'm going to enjoy while I'm here? And like you say, even the best laid plans is playing cards with some friends.
Yep. Had a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Awesome.
Let's see. So we have travel by car, travel by train, travel by bus,
Yep.
travel by airplane, and the budget doing it. We've got Airbnbs. Oh, food. Food and entertainment. Food and entertainment.
Yes.
Can't believe I forgot food. I'm such a foodie. Food. I always like to do when I'm going somewhere, well, I get on before and I research the heck out of
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
But if you didn't do that, and that's okay, when you get there, there is normally a Chamber of Commerce. Shout out to Diana who works that Chamber of Commerce on South Padre Island.
Yeah.
All those restaurants, all those adventure, dolphin watching, whatever, skiing, they all
have
bring the
to hook up.
brochures in.
Yep. The brochure.
So
the
go
discount
there.
coupons.
Ask the people that work there. They can tell you about them. They can't technically recommend them, and that's okay.
Yeah.
They're at least going to give you enough that you know how close is it to my hotel,
Right. Can we
what are
walk
the
or whatever?
hours. Yeah, so you can narrow those down and throw the ones away you don't need. That's the ones you want. That's one way.
Also, your hotels or your Airbnbs.
That's
When
always ask the
every
front-
Airbnb
just check it.
actually had a thing on the table to have local
Wait,
events.
a little shout out for
local
real
things.
estate. If
Yes.
you have an Airbnb, I hate to say Airbnb, with vacation rental.
Vacation rental.
Short-term
of any
rental,
kind.
vacation rental. Have that stuff at your Airbnb and we'll do better. Okay, back to the podcast now. That was a little
That's
commercial
okay.
for Susan Brown Real Estate.
One
But
of our happy sponsors, by
that's
the way.
exactly the point. You
Yeah.
have those there, but if you don't, go pull your first restaurant.
Yeah, ask the front desk.
And then I'm going to tell you the best person you can do. And if you want to suck up and bring something, that's always wonderful, but you don't have to. Go to a real estate office. Be honest.
Oh.
Walk in and say, look, and I've had people do this to me or they called me, and I am perfectly fine with this. Call and say, look, I'm in town. We're not going to buy, but we figured you're the real estate agent. What is your favorite places to eat? Because we know a lot of real estate agents have to eat out all the time.
That's amazing.
What's your favorite things to do?
Great idea.
Yeah. call the agents and ask them. We're going to tell you because literally we probably have tried every restaurant in the area to find out which ones give us quick service when we need it, but relaxing. I can get on the phone and talk to my clients. So
There you go.
anywhere ever between. And as I always ask people, what do you like to eat? And they always go everything. Well, no, you don't. Quit saying that.
Well,
we don't
and
like everything.
You do understand that all the real estate agents are out there like, Susan, now they're all going to call me.
You don't have
Customer
to.
service, just love people. Say
It's
no.
just
I think
those
it's
are
beautiful.
extra things that
I think it's awesome.
somebody just doing something.
People call me
But-
all the time. It's
Okay.
like, well, you sing and you're out, so where to go? So I have no problem
Another
with it. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to laugh because the office is like worked in. They've been like, oh, you want to talk to Susan. She does that crap. Here's a phone. And I'm okay with that. I don't even care if it's your client. But that's another way.
Yep.
Is your real estate agents. You go get a massage while you're there. Ask them.
Yeah.
You know, and
Any of the
now
locals, any of the locals are
Any
gonna
of the
have
locals.
ideas, and they'll either tell you or not. They'll tell you what's not good, what's they'll stick
and
with
I'm now
those
going to
places.
say us.
yes.
So we have just talked about very small of several places we have traveled.
Yeah.
Send, give us a comment and say, hey, Susan, Susan, Danica and Susan. I always try to say it properly.
Yes.
Danica and Susan, I'm going to Brazil. Have you ever been there?
Nope.
I'm going to have to say, we
Nope.
just say, oh, no.
No.
But let me reach out and see if I know anybody.
Yep.
However, you say, I'm going to Ireland. I can't help you.
Yes.
Where you going?
And put the
Here's some
comments-
restaurants we went to.
Yeah, put the comments in our group, because with all the people that in our beautiful What the 50s family,
Somebody can
will have
jump
been
in.
there, and that's what this is about. It is
That's
about community, and
Bring it to the table for all of us to share.
that's right.
Because
Right.
sharing is caring.
We are so corny.
But yes,
Yay,
that's
okay.
and we're going to do that with so many things. This is just traveling. Great point at the end. I know, wrap it up. Great point at the end is if you see somebody that says, hey, Brazil, and you see us both going, haven't been there, jump in and say, I've been there, and here's what I enjoy doing.
Yes.
Um,
Please.
I always prefer to say, this is what I liked. I try not to say what I don't like.
Because somebody
but
else
I-
might love it.
And admit that I might say, I don't enjoy this type of food, but several of the people I travel with did.
Yeah.
Now, if someone asks me and says this particular restaurant, I can just say, I had some challenges, but you never know. It could have been an off day.
Yeah.
So let's try to keep positive and tell everybody what we like
Yes.
and then what worked for them.
Perfect. All right.
Is that
Send in your
it?
tips.
Oh my gosh, this goes so quickly. Good
I
thing
know,
you
so-
put timers on.
We got to end with they're going to poll. So for those of you that did not catch this, the white ones in here are write-ins from our family out there.
We need
Suggestions,
more.
and we need more. We need more, please. So what we're going to do is pull this. We're going to read it, and then we will announce when this episode is going to air, because we want to make sure whoever this amazing person is that
Yeah.
send us the idea
Wait, stop.
gets
Where are they
to
going to
see
send the
it.
idea? How do you want them to send the idea?
Oh,
to
you
us?
can email it. You can put it in the. You can put it in the comments. That's
I think in
fine.
the comments,
In the
right?
comments, fine.
Facebook or YouTube?
Facebook. We've got
This is
Facebook.
coming from a girl that's like, what do you want me to
YouTube.
do and I'll do it.
Yeah, we've got Facebook. We got YouTube. We've got our Twitter account, which is X now, and we also have what's the other one we have? Instagram.
Okay,
Doesn't
but-
matter. We're going to be monitoring all of our comments, whatever platform
Doesn't
you
matter.
prefer. Why?
Okay, you can do what you prefer and
Some
what's
people
easiest
prefer.
for you.
Correct.
That is true. But if you had one that, so let me give you an example.
Okay.
I have so many things you can go and put reviews on, but my social media girl says she prefers, if they can, to do Google.
Okay.
So for us, what is the preference one where we're going to see it quickly or get it quickly? You haven't gotten there yet? Okay.
I see all. I watch all of them. I monitor all of them.
Well, there you go then. This
So-
is coming from one that you've got me on Facebook and YouTube.
Right.
Anything else, you're going to get Danica before.
There
Okay,
you
cool.
go.
That's why I asked the question, because
Yep.
I'm coming from the girl that's like,
Yep.
I tried.
I just think
Okay.
honestly what they're more comfortable with, because
Gotcha.
I have some
Okay.
people that do not
As
like
long as you
Facebook,
can
so
do
they're
all
going to
that,
be on our
I
YouTube
will
or our
not be helping you
Facebook.
with that one, Danica.
Sure.
I'll do Facebook and YouTube.
Not a problem.
Okay. We
So-
got it covered. See? Yin
Yeah.
and yang.
There you go.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so here we go.
Wait, now let me take a drink in case it's one that freaks me out.
I don't think anything freaks her out.
Go ahead. What do we got?
We have
Have.
a question from the one and the only lovely, my beautiful sister, Jessica Smith dos Santos.
Hello, Jessica.
Hello, this is all about crossing the borders. And of course, we do not do politics on our show. So, what these borders have to
So
do
what
with
border?
are those panty line borders. Because she wants to know what
Oh
the
my
fuck,
God.
basically, she said, is going on. And all of a sudden, you have that rogue pubic hair that escapes your perfectly tailored bush and travels halfway down your thigh. Okay! Woo!
Well,
Like I said,
you got to say it like it is so people don't go, what are they talking about? This is
Yes.
what we're talking about.
this is what we're talking about. So,
Most
we will
of
end
you
this episode.
You know
And
what we're talking about, and if you
Yes.
don't, you will someday.
you will.
So, we're talking about the pubes that travel outside of the border of where they've been for many years, and they're trying to adventure down the leg or up the stomach.
wherever we don't want them.
And that
So-
will be next podcast topic.
Yes, and we will make sure we put the date. So Jess, you can get all of your friends, family, anybody out there that's ready
You
to
know,
hear
that was
about
my
that.
idea,
So
girls.
that's what we're gonna do.
Because we know
And
you will, Jessica, and that's why we love you.
That's right. And we love you all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please post and comment. Post and
Thank
comment.
you. Love you.
Love you.